Next game, a little non-conference action. We got number 15 Kansas State going at Missouri. It's a Big 12 SEC matchup. Both starting off the season undefeated 2-0. Kansas State obviously with the upper hand, ranked 15th in the country. But, the real question for Kansas State is, can they win back-to-back Big 12 championships?
Yeah, I think most people were surprised when they got the job done last year and beat TCU in the Big 12 championship game, especially that TCU that went on to the national championship.
And TCU was undefeated at the time.
So, I think Kansas State they have a lot of what you need to be really good in the Big 12.
Yeah.
They got great quarterback play. For the most part, the defense has done their job through the first two, obviously, against, lesser opponents. But this is gonna be a real challenge for Kansas State. I was kind of looking into this game because I know that Kansas and Missouri is a big rivalry. It's called the border war.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking into stuff about Kansas State and Missouri. It sounds like it is a rivalry, but maybe not as big as say a Kansas and Missouri. But you wouldn't tell that from people online.
Oh, really?
There's some
a lot of chirping.
Yeah, there's some chirping going from Kansas State Missouri fans.
Dang.
So this is a game that is, I think it's the most underrated game of the week.
Really?
I think a lot of people might enjoy tuning into this game.
It's only a 5-point spread. I mean, Kansas State's favor, so I'm liking a close game here, personally.
Well, yeah, and we saw with Georgia, they went down to and played Missouri when they were number one in the nation, and they struggled.
Yeah.
So, I think the crowd's going to be up for it. It's an old, Big 12, Big 8, I believe, rivalry, one of the original schools. So it's going to be a good game, and I think that both teams are going to want to go 3-0 and go into conference play.
Oh, absolutely.
With that big
undefeated
step.
Undefeated record going into conference play big time. And they played last year, right? Kansas State, I believe, won.
Correct.
Yeah, they won pretty big. I think it was 40-12.
Yeah.
40-12. Missouri has won the last 5 of 7 matchups. How often do they play?
It's been off and on since the move. They played last year, and then they played, I want to say it was like 2017 as well. So not as much since the Big 12 days, but I think they still get a home and home in every once in a while.
So who do you got winning this year, though?
Man,
it's a tough one.
This is a tough one. Will Howard's obviously the X factor.
Yeah, it used to be Deuce Vaughn for Kansas State.
Deuce Vaughn's gone. It's going to have to be Will Howard. He's going to have to take over, and he's going to have to be the guy for Kansas State. And I think he can be the guy for Kansas State. I think that he can really make plays that Kansas State's going to need throughout the game to win, because I think Missouri's going to be ready for this game.
Yeah,
especially their fans. I think it's going to be a packed stadium. It's going to be really loud, and I think that Missouri is going to do everything in their power to make this a tough environment for Kansas State.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to back the SEC again.
Ooh,
or back, I guess, the underdog again. This time being an SEC team in Missouri. I'm going to go with Missouri over Kansas State.
Dang.
Getting an upset win. They got embarrassed last year.
Yeah,
and
they're going to be back.
It sounds like a lot of people around the Missouri program haven't necessarily forgot about it.
Really?
So
a little salt in the mouth.
A little upset. They want to get one back. So I think Missouri really finds a way to kind of limit Kansas State to be very one-dimensional. And I think that they make the play that's needed on Will Howard to get the job done. So I got Missouri beating Kansas State.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Both the teams, they defend the run really well. I mean, looking down at our stats, it's like, 38 yards per game around there. What is it? 38 yards per game, Kansas State, and then Missouri being 58. So I think it's going to come down to quarterback play. I think Will Howard will get it done. He's a better quarterback in this situation. So I'm going to go K-State.